Boom.
Boom, he says.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have a boo-boo.
Oh, you cut yourself at work?
Yeah.
How was work, by the way?
I didn't work today.
Oh.
We went out to that pumpkin thing out in Mesa.
Oh, that's right. How was that?
It was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Little scavenger hunt thing.
Drive through all the pumpkins. Oh, yeah. Did you guys win the scavenger hunt?
We haven't got our word yet. We're waiting to find out. We submitted all our answers, so we'll find out.
Oh, so this was like a drive-through and answer question thing?
Yeah, it's a walkthrough. It's like
walkthrough.
Yeah, it's on the main. It's on Main Street of Mesa. You walk up and it has the different displays inside different windows on the street and stuff. It's pretty cool.
What were some of the things that you had to scavenge for?
So basically, what it is there's 15 stops, and 10 of them have a trick or treater you have to find, and you have to say what they're dressed as.
Oh, so it's like a Where's Waldo of pumpkins or something?
Sort of. They're actually mice. They're little itty bitty mice.
Oh, they're little micey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you a picture of one of them because I took pictures, of course.
Oh, that's good.
D-spot too. I send it to Joseph. Well, I'll send it to the group. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, might as well. Show everybody else what they're missing.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, comes naturally, we are...
Joe.
I'm Cody, and we ain't joined by nobody today. It's just Joseph and I.
Just us.
Anyhow, yeah, so, what was the thing called? I can't remember. Strange Encounters? Yeah. Strange Encounters in Mesa Arts Center.
Mouse is really cool.
Yeah. So, 10 of the 15 of them have a mouse that's dressed as something. And so you have to submit what the trick-or-treater, the candy craver is what they call him, is dressed as for that particular stop. And they're all pretty... The carvings, not all of them are pumpkin carvings, which is weird. Some of them are like full. I'll send you a picture later, but like they're big old displays. Like there's a scarecrow one, and his head's the pumpkin. But then there's other ones where like it's a giant horse, but the horse is sculpted out of different things, and then the pumpkin's riding him.
Yeah, I think I've seen something like that last year. I didn't go last year, but my sister went, and I've seen pictures of it.
That's pretty cool. Pretty fun. Anyhow.
Yeah, and this is some world-renowned pumpkin carving guy.
Ray Velavine or something like that. I can't remember what his name is. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. It's like Velavine Studios or something like
that. Arizona local.
Yeah.
That is very well known for these pumpkin carvings and does this thing every year. How long has this thing been going on?
Started on the 17th and goes through the 18th, I think.
Well, I meant like how many years? Cause,
I don't know.
Beyond last year, I have no idea how long this thing has been going. This thing could have been going for like the past 20 years, and I've never heard of it before last year.
Strange Encounters. Oh, I'm sorry. It goes to November 8th. That's when it goes through. Ray Villafane. Oh, echo. Joseph, we got an echo again. Oh, and your volume went down. Nope. Are you back? Oh, I hear something.
How's this?
Okay, there we go.
How's this?
Nope.
No what?
There's an echo and I can barely hear you.
There's still an echo?
Not anymore. Nope.
Because this is just running straight off the Mac.
Yeah. Okay. It sounds better now. Yeah. It was good and then it went away again. So Ray Villafane, I guess is how you pronounce his name, from Villafane Studios. And it runs through November 8th. And the lights will be on for the displays until 10 p.m. every night. I don't know if there's... it doesn't say how long it's been going.
Shows, classes, events, museum.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that eventually I'll get around to going to it, especially once the world starts to heal here.
Yeah. That was the cool thing about this is like kind of everyone was like good about being away from each other and stuff, so you kind of took turns looking at this stuff, but it wasn't very busy on a Thursday, evening.
I imagine they can only sell so many tickets as well.
Well, it's free.
Oh, it's free to just walk through?
Yeah, you just walk up, and it's because it's in the main street, so you just like walk up and down. They have these little stickers with the vignette number placed right in front of it, so you can kind of find out where it's at. No, if you're walking down there and you see a giant pumpkin display, you're going to know what it is, but just in case you don't. But then you can go and download the map. It shows you all where the 15 locations are, and then there's the form you fill out for the scavenger hunt to try to win prizes, or I don't know what you win. But yeah, it's pretty fun.
Did you guys find all of the mice?
Yeah, we were confused at first because we didn't realize there was only... We saw there was 15 stops. We thought that each one had one, but it found out there's only 10. Because one of the first we went to was a cactus, or it was like the second or third one. And it was a cactus, and then inside the cactus body was a jar that had a pumpkin carved in it. And we're looking around everywhere for this fucking mouse. We're like, where the hell's this mouse at? Because we found the first one right away. And then this other couple's there, like their kids, and they're looking for it. Like, I don't see it at all. I asked the guys, and he said, oh, we don't have one of this one. I was like, well, that's weird because they're supposed to have them at the things. Turns out only 10 of the 15 have them, so there's 5 that don't actually have a mouse. So that's why we couldn't find them.
But I also guess that kind of makes sense. They want you to look at every single one and then walk away if you think there might not be one there.
Yeah. Yep.
And trick you that there might be one there.
Yeah, so...
But girls...
Those crafty bastards.
Right.
But, it was cool. Pretty fun. Not bad time at all. Anywho. What are we talking about today, Joe?
I believe we're going to talk about Synchronic today.
We are. What is Synchronic, Joseph?
Synchronic is a new movie by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, starring Anthony Mackie and Jamie Dornan.
Dornan, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you say his last name. Really cool, weird time travel drug movie. It's hard to explain without really ruining the whole entire movie, which we probably will in a little bit.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll let Cody go and ruin the movie with his... what is it? 3 favorite things and 1 thing that surprised you?
Yep.
Go.
Oh, am I going first?
Yeah, you're going first.
Oh, so you want me to ruin it for you?
So you get to go.
Gotcha. I see. You flipped the switch on me there, bud. Wasn't ready. So 3 favorite things and 1 thing I was surprised by. I guess the first thing that I liked was the way they portrayed the time travel. Like visually, it wasn't just like blinked out of existence and you went somewhere, or you traveled through a tunnel, or it wasn't a machine because it was drug induced. But it was interesting because when you first experience it at the very beginning of the movie, it's in a way you don't think it's real. Mm-hmm. You think it's just the drug induced whatever, and then like later on, I mean, obviously, again, spoiler, you find out that it is time travel, but it's a very weird version of time travel. I say that in a very, like, the most
not only
nicest way.
Because it only affects children because of whatever that gland was. I can't remember inside the brain that calcifies when you get older.
Yeah.
But just like you said, the way it happens, it seems like it's going to be a drug-induced hallucination.
Yeah.
but then you actually find out that you're actually traveling through time.
Yeah, and it's specific to your location of when the drug kicks in.
Right.
Which I thought was a pretty cool little thing. So you're not just like, oh, I want to, you don't think of a time, think, I want to go back to 1985 on October 11th, pop a pill in and you travel in time. It's a crapshoot of where you are at that time. So you could be in the 32nd floor of a hotel and you pop that pill, and if you go back in time enough where that hotel doesn't exist anymore, you will fall down a 7 flights of elevator, if you know what I mean, Joe. And that was one of the cool things too is in it. I guess one of my other favorite things too is the exploration of the time travel, like how, like not just Anthony Mackie's character Steve doing it, but like the other people, like as they're going through and they're seeing. So first it was the lady with the snake bite. Then it was I'm sorry. First it was the dude that had the stab wounds. Because we first saw the lady with the snake and the other one, but the first one we experienced, we see the after effects.
She starts to go. That's where we're introduced to it, and you think, well, this is a hallucination type thing, but then it pops over to Anthony and Jamie doing the
first
call.
Pickup. Yeah, and it's a guy gotten stabbed with there's the actual heroin overdose. It's in one room, and the dude that has a puncture wound in and out on him, and then they find the bloody sword in the wall behind the door. Then later on, they go to another call, and it's the girl in the bed that saw the snake, and the dude that was in the elevator, and then that's when you realize, like, you know what? I don't think this is. There's something weird here. You know what I mean? So I like that. I like the kind of the exploration, and then obviously with Steve, Anthony Mackie's character, in his experiments, it was a cool way of showing you his process of figuring out everything, which is pretty rad. And the last thing I liked was, I think I actually liked the story. It wasn't just about the time travel. You know what I mean? It was about the obviously, again, spoiler alert, Steve with the cancer, and then Dennis's family falling apart and his daughter going missing, which is pretty cool. The thing that surprised me, oddly enough, was the performances. Not that I ever thought Anthony Mackie was a bad actor, and I wasn't like, oh, I can't believe these are good actors, but it was just like the performances of the actors in it. Like, it was just really powerful the way they did, and I thought was really good. So the acting, I guess, would be the thing that surprised me the most. Again, not that I thought they were all bad actors, but I just didn't know what to expect, because I did not know. I mean, we went in this movie pretty blind because I think I've only seen the trailer. But I like the actors in it. I guess I was surprised by how much I liked both of them in it. That's mine. What about you?
So the biggest thing that I really enjoyed about this movie is something you really only glanced over, is the fact that they perfectly set up the rules of how this world works. And it's just literally the scene where Anthony Mackie is like, rule 1, you can only travel to a certain time and place, if you're sitting in one location when you take the drug. So every time you take the drug, if you're always in that one location, you will always travel to that same time. Rule 2, these weren't exactly the rules that he went through. I don't remember exactly the order that they were, but you only stayed in the past for 7 minutes as long as you were in contact or near the thing, pretty much in contact with basically the area you were in when you time traveled.
Yeah.
So it was really cool for them to set these rules up, make them so clear, and then stick to them, because I've always had a problem with movies kind of quasi saying, okay, these are, they kind of go over what the rules of the movie are, and then later down the line they kind of ignore some of the rules just to make the story more interesting, or they try and maybe they have forgotten about the rules, or you've forgotten about the rules by that point in time, and so they just they play with them at that, and it doesn't, when you go back and think about it, it doesn't make any fucking sense. So to your point as well, the the next one is the actual time travel was actually pretty cool. Like you said, it's not somebody blinking out of existence. It's not somebody hopping into a machine and taking the machine with them. It's literally somebody popping a pill, and it was pretty funny for the first time that Mackie's character takes it. He's sitting there for such a long time without it taking effect. You're like, wow, is he actually not going to have a reaction to this? And then suddenly the TV goes static, and it's like, okay, that we remember that from the lady in the hotel room at the beginning of the movie when she started tripping it. That's when the TV went static in her room, and so we started understanding that that's what it is for him as well. He's starting to time travel, and then it really starts to hit when things start almost like burning out of existence. I would say it probably best explains it. The walls around him start burning out of existence, but at the same time, he's kind of burning out of existence, like little patches around him. Although to an outside observer, he's kind of more of like shifting, in time. So I thought that was really cool. The other thing that I really like about this movie, and it's a thing about a lot of their other movies, is the weird ambiance that they set up, where a lot of their scenes really don't have any music going along with it. One of the scenes is when actually Anthony Mackie is telling Jamie's character about his cancer, and it just it's a weird thing to watch, to see how the camera moves with everybody, and you're listening to mostly just them talk and no real music going on, and it really drives home the point of what he's talking about right there. As far as like what I was surprised about with the movie, nothing really that I was surprised about that I can think of. Mostly because of just how well they told the story. You get the idea of where the drugs are coming from because Anthony Mackie's character sleeps with a girl who is wearing a shirt with a fleur-de-lis on it. And then you find he mentions that she works for some drug dispensary company or something like that. And then you see when they finally find the Synchronic, you see the fleur-de-lis on it, and you're like, okay, I know where this is coming from. I can see it's coming from the same place that she's worked for, and that's where Anthony Mackie gets this. So it's really cool that they set these things up really well, and there really are no surprises. Kind of at the end, I would say there is a surprise. They do kind of Inception where they leave the little tumbler going, and you're like, is Anthony Mackie trapped back in the past, which I think he is, or is he anchored now in time and he's able to come back? That's about the only real surprising thing about the movie, but it didn't really surprise me, I should say.
It surprised me only because I should have seen it coming, but I didn't, so I'm an idiot. But, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Into our, not, I want to say argument, our discussion after we watched it, I got some answers from Justin.
And?
So I told him I don't want to know for a fact, if Steve makes it back or not. I was like, don't tell me. I don't want to know about that. Just let me know. Are the the caskets that wash up during Katrina, were those just his parents and his sister? And he said, yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Because they specify that in the movie, so it's not like some trickery of like it's him. It's literally the serial number is tracked back because he's the one that buries him.
Okay. See, I took that as something differently.
No, that's what that was. That's the only thing I needed.
Because that would have. I mean, honestly, that would have tied things together even more if they would have gone with that. The fact that he gets trapped in the past, so that's actually the reason why those. See, for some reason, I got stuck in my head that there was a DNA test or something like that. It tracked back to him, that they were relatives of him.
Gotcha.
I don't know where that came from. Even after I said it, I was like, well, that might not make sense. I'm not sure where I'm pulling that from. But if that was the case, it would have been even more cool.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, well, we literally foreshadowed from the beginning that he gets stuck in the past.
Yeah.
What else did you ask him?
That was it. That's all I wanted to ask him. I was like,
that's all you wanted to know.
I was like, I just need to know that because I need to know. I didn't want to I wasn't trying to prove right or wrong. I just didn't need to know that I didn't I think I heard something in the movie that was a detail that I didn't hear, or did you? And I was like, I'm really confused because if I missed that, I'm like, oh, that sucks for me for missing it. But I was like, I could have swore Jamie said they tracked his serial numbers back to his parents and his sister, and I was like, did I make that up in my mind? But no, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, so that's the only thing I asked him. I told him, I was like, I don't want you to tell me what it was or what it wasn't. I just need to know what it was. And he said Steve was not in the casket. That I can confirm. And he said, thank you for going to see the movie. After the fact, we were talking a little more, but that was about it.
Okay.
But I just want to know if I had missed something and you had, or if you had missed something, and I was like, one of us had to have, or there was something else that we
interpreted something. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, that's the only thing I need you to tell. Don't tell me about anything else. I'm not gonna ask you to break down your sequence for me. But yeah, that's it. So.
Not that he actually would probably tell you anything.
No, not at all. No.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I think it's definitely they're by far growing in their storytelling and craft for it for sure.
Definitely.
This one this movie was gorgeously shot. I mean, it had an amazing. I guess we can thank Aaron for it because he's a cinematographer for it, but we can thank him for the cinematography because it was extremely well done. And to your point earlier about the ambiance and the way they shoot it, because a lot of it's handheld. To the one point, the one scene when you started talking about it, and even the whole not having a background score, but just having atmospheric noise in the background, like you would hear if you were there with them, was that scene. It was when Anthony Mackie sits down on the stump of the tree, and they're sitting there talking, and they're drinking, and the camera just slowly pulls back. But you can tell it's someone's walking because it's not just a steady on a rig. But you can also tell because they were going, and they cut back and forth, but they kept it a really solid movement where it wasn't like, oh, we shot this scene, and we shot this scene, we shot this scene. It was like, we shot this, and we moved with them, and they walked and sat on the tree, and then
the camera itself is a part of the movie. It's not cutting to multiple characters back and forth and this and that and making the viewer feel detached from what's going on. You very much feel like you're just sitting there in the scene and watching it.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And seeing a guy, the thing that, I don't know if you heard me or not, when they showed the guy at the bottom of the elevator shaft and he was smiling, I giggled. I was like, he's so happy. Like, he's just dismembered at the bottom of this elevator shaft for falling 7 floors, and I was like, but he's got a smile on his face, so it's all good, bro.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I doubt he felt any of it, but, but yeah, it was just, to me, I just laughed when I saw that part. I was like, he's so dead.
So awful.
Yeah, that's about it. Short and sweet, I guess, on that one.
Yeah, really short and sweet.
It's only 2 of us, so only get 2 points of view.
Yeah,
and I don't want to ruin too much of it, because people need to go see it for themselves. But I thought it was a really fun movie, and like I said earlier, and like you said, their version of time travel in this is different and more is like a interesting, fresh take on it.
Yeah, I can't think of any other movie that has done time travel like this, where it's literally popping a pill and time traveling.
Yeah,
maybe you can because you've seen way more movies than I have, but I can't think of anything.
No, the way it's just visually the way they did it, and the rules they, like you said, the rules they set up for it just made it that more like kind of like a fun, fresh way of looking at it is all I could really say. But yeah, no, I think that's really it. So everyone should go see Synchronic in theaters now if you can. if you want to. If you're not in one of those places that's really bad right now. But probably towards the beginning of the year sometime we'll probably see it on digital and home media, so you can check it out that way too. And we'll try to remember to talk about it when it comes out that way, so you can watch it then. But that's it for this week's episode of Comes Naturally. We are
Joe.
And I am Cody. And again, we were joined by nobody else because it's just us. But that's it for this week's episode, everybody. As usual, you fuckers just came naturally.
Later.